We live, we're live, we're live. Oh my gosh, I have the window open. But it's cold. Alright. Scarletta. Alberta. What time is it? It's 3:44 a.m. It is April 11th, I believe. Close that window because it's a little chilly. I'm gonna get started. Just let me bless this place. You wait a couple months, then you gonna see. You know, nobody better than. Kanye is definitely significant for somebody. I'm just getting that maybe you guys should start listening to Kanye if you haven't already, or maybe you tap back into his music. Early Kanye, I'm getting like early 2000s Kanye. I'm not saying you can't listen to any of his old music, but I feel like for somebody in my collective, his older music is what's going to get you going, like especially if you're in a moment of time where you're manifesting things, or you're in the beginning of your journey of starting your career path and stuff like that. Really helps with that motivation and shit. What's that song? Faster, stronger. They don't care me. That's so long I've been. May God bless you. May God bless you. May God bless you. May God bless you. We are lifted. We are gifted. Y protegido. Y protegido. Siempre. Siempre. Si se puede. Si se puede. Okay, let me just set this up. I think that's good enough. Like this, you know. I'm sorry, my wrap. I had to cover my hair up, obviously, but hold on, let me double cover it. But yeah, I'm just clearing the energy. We already said like a mini prayer. But you know, I'm doing some glow pulls right now, so we're gonna be discussing the last thing that was on this chart. So basically, Shadow Week is over. The last day was literally a few hours ago. I'll be posting those lives from Instagram soon. But today is a glow pull, so I'm gonna tell you guys about the download that I had got. Hello. I'm gonna tell you guys about the last download I got, which ended up being for here. And it was called 12 Strands of DNA plus one mystery. And when I got this download, I was kind of confused. I was kind of like, oh, and let me know if my connection is off. Please tell me if my connection is off. When I got this download, I was a little confused because obviously when you get downloads from Spirit or God, sometimes you don't know all the way like what it is at first. But then yesterday, I got this video on my For You page, and I was like, okay, that's the one mystery. So Spirit's gonna have us talk about 12 strands of DNA and plus the one mystery. And the one mystery I found is called the Jesus strand. Sorry, I'm changing my lighter because this crackhead lighter is about to be done. What color should I use? Should we use red? Never mind. Anytime it's okay, if you have a lighter, like what are these called? Fuck. A lighter leash and it's too small, what I do is, what I did last time, I took some tape, I wrapped it around it, and it stayed. So if you have a lighter leash but your lighter is too small because it's not a big, you can wrap tape around the end and it'll stay. That's just for somebody, if somebody has a lighter leash and they run out of a big lighter and they have to go to the store and get a crackhead lighter. So that's a tip for somebody. Anyway, we're gonna discuss this. Let me just go ahead and hold on. I'm not sure if we're gonna pull cards today. We might pull cards. I don't know. You wait a couple months, then you gonna see. And then I find nobody better than you. Black mama. I am crying. Anyway, comments are insane. But most of y'all people are probably not subscribed, or I'm not, I don't know personally, so I get it. All right, I'm gonna move this somewhere so like it's not too. You should do ASMR. Your voice is so soothing. Hi, Pop Pop. No, okay, so it's funny you say that because a few years ago when I was going through some mental health issues, I was like, fuck it, I should make an ASMR channel. And I made one, but it's deleted. It's not there. Maybe I'll start incorporating ASMR in some of my readings, but my in-depth readings are on my other channel, my Mama OG channel. Right now I'm doing some glow pools right now. But we already prayed, got a few song downloads for y'all. So we're gonna start. Pop up, I got lighters if you're still in here. I got all the colors. We got orange, we got blue, we got this blue, red, and like this pretty gray blue color. Anyway, that's not the point. Spirit is telling me to go ahead and pull something out of the first aid jar. I started this, I don't know when I started this, but I started this a while ago. But basically, there are a whole bunch of downloads I've got straight from source, and I've written them down on little pieces of paper. So basically, I will go in here and I will just pick something out of here to read for you guys. And it may resonate, it may not. Just, you know, I'm reading for a whole collective, so yeah. Flick a pile of readings. Okay, why did I pull out a freaking receipt? This might be, I'm gonna pull out a few. Flick a pile of readings. Are you telling me to do a reading real quick? I mean, I'm doing some downloads on this board, like one download, so I could probably pull some cards. But the first one I pulled was this receipt. So maybe somebody needs to go grocery shopping. To buy some herbs from the store. Preferably like something like that has to do with tea. Yeah, I'm getting chamomile, green tea, dandelion tea, horsetail, linden tea, linden leaf. I forgot what that's called. Okay, next one I got was this paper. These downloads were written 9 a.m. April 11th, 2025, and it says, "Three's a house party." That's the title of these downloads. Three's a house party. First download is "A small house will hold 100 friends." Second one is spin the north node and out of your comfort zone of a south node. Third one is Taurus plus Libra. The fourth one is Venus. That might be significant for somebody to work with Venusian energy. And obviously we're in Taurus season, so happy birthday to the Tauruses out there. If you're a Libra, you'll definitely benefit from this season because, I don't know, Libra, Taurus, I feel like they're a pretty decent pair. Mind you, I forgot, I know I haven't done a reading or anything on it, but Pluto is in retrograde, and will be in retrograde until October 5th or 11th. Oh no, it'll be in retrograde all the way up to October 13th, I believe. October 13th, I repeat. Pluto will be in retrograde in Aquarius from now all the way to October 13th in 2025. So yeah, if anybody needed to know that, now you know. I was thinking card piles in the future with lighters instead of crystals on top, but I'm here for it all. Do what you want. You talking about for you or for me? I don't want to steal your idea if that was your idea. Let me know. Because I don't want to be like, oh, you know, pick a lighter. Because I honestly, but I mean, I think you said it for me because I have like multiple lighter colors. I just gave 2 to one of my spirit guides. She's downstairs right now visiting a friend. But these are the colors I have. Anyway, those are the downloads I got from First Aid. I could go in depth, but I believe I went in depth with this in another reading that I'm posting on my other channel. If you guys are not tapped into my channel that is specifically for my AP collective, which is all spiritual things, all readings, all topics that is esoteric, occult, all that stuff. The channel is My Mama OG. It's spelled MYMAAMAOG. And the name of the channel is called The Crypt Keeper. I believe I have it in the link of my description on this channel. And I believe that I've been editing all my videos and I've been putting that channel in the bio, in the description of each video. So if anyone wants to tap in over there, you guys can. Anyway, let's get down. Let's get down. You, because you had the lighters. Okay, let's get down. I already prayed and the first incense about to go out. The color orange might be significant for somebody. Microsoft or some type of computer programming. I have some coders in here. All right, yeah, so this download manifested April 15th, 2025, and it's called 12 Strands of DNA plus One Mystery. So I feel like Spirit obviously wants me to just quickly run over what the 12 strands of DNA are, the regular stuff. And then this one mystery, I figured out that has to do with the Jesus strand, and we'll go over what that means. But let me Google the 12 strands of DNA so we can just have a quick little synopsis, and then we'll get into the mystery strand. May God bless you. May God. I sit very weird. I sit in the frog pose a lot, so don't mind me. All right, I'm gonna click on this website. Archangel Metatron is significant for somebody. Archangel Michael, Uriel, and Sandolph. I believe that's how you say it. What's all this stuff for? Okay, so I do a series on this channel. They're called glow pools. So basically I get divine messages from God and his spiritual team, and it's for a collective. So I will go over what I got, and then you watch it if it resonates with you. So for example, this episode right now, I'm going over what I pulled on April 15th. It's for the collective consciousness. It's not, you know, I know I do other stuff on here, but you'll catch on or you won't. I'm not about to overly explain it, but you can stay just to see. If not, I'm not forcing anybody to stay here. You know, I know I do other things on this page, but I also do spiritual stuff on here as well. Yeah, let's go over what the 12 strands of DNA are. Oh, fun fact, when I was younger, I believe in middle school, my mom got my DNA activated. I just randomly, like, she, like, found this lady, and, like, she will ask me one day, she was like, do you want to get your DNA activated? I was like, I was in middle school, like, hell yeah. So, like, it was, like, late at night, she picks me up at my dad's house, after, like, you know, it was, like, a Wednesday, so it was a school night. But I was like, fuck it, like, I'm leaving. I got in the car, and the lady performed it over the phone. I fell asleep during it. I feel like she was probably awake, but I fell asleep during it. But I mean, obviously I had gifts when I was younger than that, but something happened within that thing. I have to look up who did it and everything. I know I have it in my email somewhere, but I did get my DNA activated. I'm going on Quora, if they'll let me without logging in. All right, I'm going to read this. This is by Raphael Krause or something. It's been updated 6 years ago. So I think that's significant because I had 6 years, 6. He says, in science and molecular biology, it isn't. It's pseudoscience. All life on Earth has double-stranded DNA. The structure of DNA was discovered by James Watson and Francis Crick in 1953. You can read more about DNA on Wikipedia in its DNA article. He says, I was baffled by your question until I started Googling around and discovered a large number of New Age websites and articles claiming multi-stranded and 12-stranded DNA. And eventually a Wikipedia article about Jasmine, and the following paragraph contained therein is very pertinent. So Jasmine maintains that some of her beliefs are based on the writings and more recent channel material of the Count of Saint Germain. She states that her DNA expanded from 2 to 12 strands to make up more hydrogen. The extra strands of DNA have not been scientifically verified. When offered $30,000 to prove her claim with a blood test, Jasmine Haynes stated, "You cannot view spiritual energy under a microscope." She claimed that such a challenge would be a deliberate attack on her spiritual beliefs and that she refuses to act as an example of her alleged paranormal attributes. Then he says, "I feel it is very important to point out that Jasmine Haynes' views are dangerous pseudoscience. She believes you can survive without eating." That's a whole nother topic. Breatharians, I learned about them when I was in middle school. She believes you can survive without eating. Please do not give up eating. Yes, please do not literally give up eating. But breatharians are real. We're not going to get too deep in that. But yeah, I learned about them when I was in middle school. He says her views are not backed by science. To add some confusion, and in case you've noticed some web pages about it, there are some triple-stranded DNA molecules but are gene regulators and do not hold genes themselves. Again, Wikipedia has a short article on triple-stranded DNA, which you may or may not find helpful. Side note, many of the pseudoscientific New Age websites I encountered incorrectly referred to junk DNA. They mislabeled this junk DNA as being in extra strands. I feel it's important to point out that this is scientifically wrong. Quote-unquote junk DNA refers to non-encoding sections of DNA which was once thought to not hold function, hence the name. However, it turns out that some of the non-encoding regions of the DNA do have functions. So in school, we're learning about that junk DNA. They do have functions. I feel like they call it junk DNA because it's something we're not supposed to tap into. I don't know. We're not going to get too deep into it. Overall, he says, back on topic, be careful of whom you let give you scientific information. Very true. There is nothing wrong with a healthy dose of skepticism. Very true. Science is a total separate field from spirituality. Very true. But they can work together. Then he says, the last thing he says is, science is concerned only with the natural world and empirical observation. If people are making strange claims based upon tenuous links, or spiritual leaders are claiming spiritual concepts have scientific proof, I say follow the money. I think the things we can probably get out of this is the last thing he says. I think this is for all my collective, especially with the ones who go on like rabbit holes when they're researching. He says, be careful of whom you let give you scientific information. There is nothing wrong with a healthy dose of skepticism. Healthy doses of skepticism is okay. It is healthy. Because you're supposed to question things. Don't even question me if you feel like it. Don't let anybody say that you can't question things. Science is a total separate field from spirituality and religion. I feel like spirituality, religion, and science are like on this like pyramid, and they work together in a sense if you can make them work together. Yes, they are separate. That's why when America, I'm getting downloads right now about history. That's why when America a long time ago ended up combining church and state, religion was used to kind of brainwash. I said brainwash. That might be significant. It was used to brainwash people because we use mishandling and misusing religion to control the masses. But in my little mess up just now, I said brainwash. So I'm getting like a download of, sorry, I had a little headache, but it's not there anymore. I just got a little download of, what's that book? Animal Farm. And I feel like, is it that book they talk about the thing Big Brother? Yeah, I'm getting downloads about Animal Farm. If you have never read the book, there's a movie if you want to watch the movie instead. Animal Farm was very interesting. I think I read that maybe my freshman year in high school, Animal Farm. I'm also getting a download about the book, The Perks of Becoming a Wallflower, right now. If you haven't read the book, there is a movie. So for anybody, I'm not saying don't read. I'm not promoting not reading. But all I am saying right now is if you don't have the attention span to read at the moment, find the movies to the books. I know they're probably not going to be as good as the books, but it'll at least give you an overall view of what's inside the book. I've watched The Perks of Becoming a Wallflower, and I have read the book. or most of the book. And this was years ago, and I love that movie because it's a coming of age movie. It's about a kid in high school. His friends are a little bit older. I don't know, look it up. The Perks of Becoming a Wallflower. That may be significant for somebody. All right, the last download I guess we'll go over is the thing called the Jesus Strand. I'll probably link a video in the description, the video that I saw. It was like something about the Jesus Strand. It's 4:04 a.m. right now, so the angel number 4:04 could be significant for somebody. I'm going back to 5:05. Angel number 5:05 is significant for someone. Okay, the Jesus Strand. I'm just going to look up. Mind you, I always promote people to do their own research when doing these things, so don't ever say you need to get all your information from me and only me. All right, okay. Okay. Oh, I think it's right here. I think that's the documentary. I'll link it in the bio once this live uploads, but it says The Jesus Strand, A Search for DNA. That's the name of the documentary. A history channel documentary that investigates the possibility of finding Jesus Christ's DNA in holy relics like the Shroud of Turin. The show combines scientific methods with religious beliefs to explore the potential for discovering DNA related to Jesus or his family, claiming to unlock insights into his lineage and legacy. The show explores the idea of using modern DNA technology to analyze holy relics, including the Shrine of Turin, the Sudorium of Oviedo, and bones allegedly belonging to John the Baptist, in search of a DNA sample belonging to Jesus or his family. The collaboration of this documentary is geneticists from Oxford University, George Busby, and a biblical scholar, Pastor Joe Basil, team up to investigate these relics. In the goal for this documentary is they are seeking to determine if they can find DNA that might reveal Jesus' lineage and help identify potential descendants. Potential descendants of Jesus Christ. Anyway, I don't know, maybe they're looking in the wrong place. Sometimes the location of where things started don't always stay there. I feel like descendants of Jesus Christ is significant for somebody in my collective, or maybe like half. 25% maybe, give or take them at the most. Some of you guys are spiritually descended, you are descendants of Jesus Christ, or that's like a real ancestor of someone. Anyway, the methodology of this documentary is they use advanced DNA technology to extract and analyze samples from the relics, hoping to find a strand of Jesus DNA. The location, their journey takes them to various holy sites around the world, including Spain, Italy, Israel, and the Black Sea. The Black Sea is very significant. I did something. Okay. All right. That's it. On Wikipedia, it says, it was a question, is what was in the DNA of the tomb of Jesus? DNA tests, analysis. Guys, I'm tired. I can't read. Of mitochondrial DNA performed by Lakehead University on the remains found in the ossuary marked Jesus, son of Joseph, and the one marked Miriam or Mary, who some claim to be Mary Magdalene, found that the two occupants were not blood relations on their mother's side. Well, in the story. Anyway, I think that's it. I know this is jumbled everywhere. It's not very organized like the first, like another glow pool I did. But I hope some of my collective, or the majority of my collective, found something useful within this live. I don't want to be going too long. We're at 25 minutes. Sending lots of love, sending lots of protection, and yeah, I gotta go. How you end this jam?